So welcome. Once again, I'm going to start in my chair because that's where I was. Good. So everyone take a deep breath in and then open the mouth and let it go. And another deep breath. And let it go. As we practice today, be conscious of your breath. Just every once in a while, just notice your breathing as we go through the practice. And for the moment, just settle down, noticing down through all those parts of the body that are in contact with the floor, the mat, the chair, wherever you are. And then soften and release. Soft focus, eyes closed, your choice. Easy Ujjayi breath, just easy in and out, hearing the breath. And opening the eyes were closed, and bringing the shoulders over the hips, lifting up, three-part breath. So inhale to the lower lungs into the belly, middle chest, upper chest. Exhaling through the nose, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And take the inhale to the belly, the middle chest, the upper chest. And exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And one more time, inhale to the belly, middle chest, upper chest. And exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Good, all right. So do some gentle movement here. Getting ready for our practice. And coming to that upright seat, ground down. Feel that solid grounding, connection with the earth. As you lift up tall, bring the chin in. Top of the head reaches. Ah, yes. Bring the hands out to the side, fingertips touching the floor. Lift up tall, turn the palms to the ceiling, and as you inhale, let the hands just drift up toward the ceiling. Palms together, if that's okay for you. And now exhaling, palms out, and hands come down. And inhaling, bringing the palms up to the ceiling. Exhaling, reaching wide, and hands down. This time, bring the hands out in front as you inhale, pointing the fingers straight ahead, and then the hands lift up, following them up with the eyes. And now turn the palms to the front. Press out through the heels of the hands as you exhale the hands down. Palms face in, inhaling, bring the hands up. And now turn the palms forward, flex those fingers, exhaling, as the hands come down. Strong through the arms. Good, all right. A little bit different sensation there. Inhale here, and as you exhale, turn the gaze over the right shoulder and let the chin drop toward the shoulder. Yeah, breathe into the neck. And now bring the head up into center and turn the gaze to the left and chin toward the shoulder. Inhaling the head up into center. Exhale, draw the shoulders back as the chin drops down toward the chest. Taking the head up and out of the shoulders. Inhaling, the head comes up. Exhale, take the gaze to the ceiling. Bring the shoulder blades together on the back. And inhale up. Excuse me. Inhale here, and as you exhale, let the right ear drop toward the right shoulder. And you can extend the left arm, fingers on the floor if you choose. And bring the head up, and now the left ear toward the left shoulder, and the right arm extends. And inhale the head up. And exhaling, the chin moves down toward the shoulders, keeping the shoulder or toward the chest, shoulders back, and take the chin toward the left shoulder. Well, I went right, but that's okay. And then center and the other side. And then center. And center again into the other side. And chin in the center, inhale the head up. So shoulder rolls, bring the shoulders up to the ears or toward the ears, and then roll the shoulders forward and down. And then inhaling, bring the shoulders back and lift them up. And one more in this direction. And then take those shoulder rolls the other way, lifting them up and then back and down and forward and up. And back and down. And one more time, lifting the shoulders up. And then bring the shoulders back and now hold the shoulders back. Letting them release down, but still squeezing those shoulder blades together on the back. Gently move the head, the neck is soft, face is relaxed. Breathing. One more deep breath. And exhaling, release. Good, all right, bring the left hand across to the outside of the right thigh and the right hand behind, lifting up and exhaling, twist to the right. And inhaling to center, right hand across and twist to the left. And coming back to center, take that twist to the right and extending the right arm if you choose, gazing back toward that thumb, pointed up to the ceiling, and then come to center and twisting to the left. And coming back to center. Yep. Extend the right arm straight out in front, lifting tall, drawing that arm into the shoulder, reaching forward with the fingers, and then inhaling, let the hand come up toward the ceiling. Yeah, turn the palm toward the top of the mat, and then draw that arm back, following it back with the eyes. Breathe. Try to keep the neck relaxed. And then bring the hand back up to the ceiling and bring the left hand out, slide it out, arc to your left. And bring the hand back up, reaching. And exhale, release the right arm down, moving that right arm, moving that right shoulder. Extend the left hand straight out, left arm straight out in front. And as you inhale, the hand lifts, reaching high, grounding through the left sits bones. Turn the palm toward the top of the mat and draw that arm back. And the hand comes back up, pointing to the fingers, to the ceiling. Hands turns to the inside, palm in, and arc to the right. And the hand back to the ceiling, reach, and release. Good. That range of motion thing is what we're after here when we're doing these stretching postures. Bring the hands out in front, palms together. And again, we're drawing the arms into the shoulder, reaching the fingers forward, pressing the palms of the hands together. And now interlock the fingers and press the palms forward. And now draw the shoulders back, inhaling, the hands lift. Gazing up, exhaling, chin toward the chest as we round. Inhaling, hands toward the ceiling, pressing up. Exhaling, chin to chest. And one more time, getting tall, hands lift. Now turn the gaze straight ahead and draw the arms back, still pressing up with the palms of the hands. Good. Release the interlaced fingers. Turn the palms out and exhale the hands down. Ah, yes. Bring the arms wide and bring the left arm across the chest. Bring the right hand under to the left shoulder and get a gentle shoulder stretch. And bring the arms wide. And now the right arm across, left palm under, left hand under to the right shoulder. Nice stretch here. And inhale the arms wide. And exhaling, hands come to the thighs. Bring your right elbow up beside your head, pointed up to the ceiling, and then bring the left hand over and draw the elbow toward the back of the mat. And let those fingers find the bony upper spine. And release on that side. And now the left elbow to the ceiling, right hand over. And release on that side. And one or two more shoulder things here. Bring the arms wide and then cross the right arm under the left and bring the hands to the shoulders. So give yourself a big hug here. Walking the fingers down across the back of the shoulders. And you can move a little bit if you choose. And then eagle arms, if you want to go there. And now inhale wide. And bring the left arm under the right. Hands come to the shoulders. And eagle arms. And inhaling, take the arms wide. And then bring the hands behind, interlace the fingers, press the heels of the hands together. And now press the thumbs into the sacrum, lifting tall. And then take the hands over to the right, still with the fingers interlaced, right elbow points toward the back of the mat. Hands to center and then to the left, left elbow to the back of the mat. And bring the hands back to center. Again, drawing the elbows toward the center, pressing the thumbs in to the sacrum. And release. Okay. All good. So let's come over onto all fours into our table. Our moving cat-cow with the fingers spread wide. Inhaling, take the gaze ahead, and exhaling, let the top of the head go toward the mat, lifting up and moving the hips back toward the heels. Elbows come down, inhaling, come forward and up. Gazing ahead, exhaling, round and back. Inhaling, moving forward and up. And exhaling, hips to the heels. And one more time, coming up. And exhaling back. Inhaling, come up to the table. And bringing the knees back in a little bit, because when I'm doing that one, I always have the knees just a little bit wide, but bringing the knees back under the hips. Taking a breath here. And we'll do some big circles. So take the body to the right and then move the hips back. Again, my knees came a little bit wide there and coming back forward and taking the body to the right and back as I exhale and to the left and up. Let's go the other way, coming to the right and forward, to the left and back. One more big circle. And when the hips are back toward the heels, you just release back. Bring the elbows down. You can cross the arms, rest the head on the arms. It's a good thing. Resting pose. And now walk the hands up toward the top of the mat. And for the moment, let's go ahead and let the elbows come down so the palms are flat and the fingers spread wide. Elbows are shoulder width and the hands are shoulder width. And then just let the head release down toward the mat. Good. Now lifting the head a little bit, walk the hands out a little bit further so the elbows are off the mat. Pressing the hands down, hands are shoulder width. And again, let the head release. And you're working on length here from the fingertips to the tailbone. Walk the hands off the mat to the right side and bring the left hand onto the right. Draw the left hip back and reduce the head toward the right knee. And now bringing the hands to center, take the hands off the mat to the left, right hand on left. Now the right hip draws back as you release toward the left knee. And bringing the hands back to center, again, pressing down into the mat. One more breath as you release the head toward the mat. Lift the head, and as you inhale, just come up and forward into knee plank. Good. Shoulder blades onto the back. And exhaling, take the hips back toward the heels. Inhaling, coming up and forward. Elbows turn to, or the points of the elbows squeeze in toward the body. Exhaling back. And inhaling, coming up into knee plank. And now let the gaze lift ahead as the hips settle toward the mat. And now exhaling, come back toward the heels. And lifting back up into table, bringing the knees back in a little bit. Extend the right leg on the mat. Let the right hip dip toward the mat. Good. Strong through the right leg as you press back through that heel. Thinking in terms of a straight line from the shoulder to the heel of the right foot. Now inhale and lift that right foot hip height, keeping the sacrum flat, and extend the left arm into awkward pose and breathe. Now, as you exhale, bring the left elbow and the right knee together. Inhale out. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale out. And knee to elbow. And inhale out. And exhaling, bring the hand down, bring the knee down, take a breath. Ah, yes. So extend the left leg, toes on the mat. And remember, everything else stays relaxed. That extended left leg is active, and of course the arms are active, holding the body's weight. And now lift the left foot hip height, extending the right arm. And now bring the elbow and the knee together. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. And extend. Those toes pointed down toward the mat, those lifted toes. And now exhale and bring the hand down and the knee down, and the hips come back into your resting pose. Good. And coming back up into table. We'll move into gate, a little bit different way of getting into gate. So extend your right leg with the toes down on the mat. Then spin that right heel in and down and turn your left foot out to the left side of the mat. So now we're in our gate pose. And if you want to have a block handy to get lifted a little bit here, you can put a block under that hand and then lifting the right arm to the ceiling. And coming up onto that left knee, bring the right hand to the inside of the right leg, and now arc over toward the back of the mat, that right leg. And you're using that right arm for a little bit of leverage here to open the heart to the ceiling. Little bend in the right knee. And inhaling up, bring the left hand down to your block or down to the mat, lifting the right arm, and now let the right arm drop past the face. Again, straight line, fingers to toes, opening to the ceiling. Good. Exhaling, bring the right hand down, turning the left foot back onto the mat, bringing the right knee down beside the left, and we're back in our table. Good. Take a breath. Come to your resting pose if you choose. And we'll take a little bit of a break here. So with the gaze straight down between the hands, just gently move the hips out to the right. Bring the weight onto the right knee. Good. All right. Ooh, feels good. And then come center and take the hips left. Yeah. Back to center, taking the hips right. And center, hips left. And coming back to center. Okay, extend the left leg, toes on the mat. Spin the left heel in and down. Turn that right foot to the outside, off to the right. And bringing your block into play if you want. Pressing the hips forward or out in front, lifting the left hand to the ceiling. And the gaze is lifted. And you're breathing, left arm is strong. And now coming up, bring that left hand to the inside of the left leg, I'm sorry, and then lift the right hand, arcing toward the back of the mat. And coming back up, right hand comes back to the floor of the block, lifting the left arm. Again, opening the heart to the ceiling as that left arm drops past the face. And now bring that left hand down. Spin that right foot back onto the mat. Bring the left knee down into table. Good. Move gently in table. So you got a choice here. We can either do pigeon on, facing down on the mat, or you can come to your back and do figure 4. But we're going to move toward pigeon. So bring your right foot forward, and then you can walk that foot across the mat. Remembering to keep the right thigh parallel to the right edge of the mat, and that shin, that lower leg, is at an angle back, about a 45-degree angle. So walk the left foot back, get tall, and then exhale and come down into pigeon, resting the head on the arms. Ah, yes. Find sensation here, not agony, okay? No agony, and remember, we're focusing on our breath. A few more deep breaths here. And now bring the hands under the shoulders, gently come up. Taking the gaze straight ahead. And if you want to come to king pigeon, you can do that. Bring the right hand to the center of the mat inside the right knee, bend the left knee, and find the foot with the left hand. I haven't done this one in a long time. And then release. And lifting back up. Let's go into downward facing dog. Take that right leg up to the ceiling, stretch it out. Good. Bring the right foot down, bring the knees back down into table. Ah, yes. Okay. And now you can bring the left foot up and walk it across the mat. Getting set for pigeon with the left knee bent. Checking that thigh, parallel to the left edge of the mat, lifting up tall, walking the right foot back, and exhale and fold into pigeon. Two more deep breaths. And hands under the shoulders, coming up. Lifting the gaze. Keeping the hips low, bring the left hand to the center of the mat, bending the right knee, coming back with the right hand, king pigeon. And releasing. Bringing the hands under the shoulders, curl those right toes, lift that left leg up to the ceiling, pressing back, lifting leg high, and bring the left foot down. We're in our downward facing dog. Ah, yes. Working those heels. And walk the hands back toward the feet. So the feet are hip width apart. And our forward fold as you exhale down. Inhale, come to half lift. And as you exhale, let's come into chair for just a couple of breaths. Reaching the fingers forward, bringing the shoulder blades onto the back, and breathe. And exhale, bring the hands down to the mat, press the hips up toward the ceiling, let the top of the head go. Inhale, come to half lift. And exhale into our chair for 5 long, deep breaths. Two more. Good. Exhaling, hands come down. Again, into our forward fold. And then walk the hands away, back to downward dog. Good. Breathe. And step the feet toward the hands. Come to half lift. Shoulder blades on the back, pressing the belly to the toes. Exhale, fold. And now just round up, coming to standing. Good, all right. So for mountain pose, spinal flow, inhale the hands up. And then exhaling, take the right hand down, arc right. Inhaling the right arm up. Exhaling, left arm down, arc left. Inhaling up. Arms wide, palms to the ceiling, twisting right. Inhale up. And that twist to the left. Inhaling up. Hands through the heart, hinging into the forward fold. And then really bend those knees. Reach out in front, press with the feet. Exhale back. Inhaling, gaze ahead, arms back. Exhaling, release. Good, yoga flop. Oh yeah. So bring the weight into the left foot. Bring the hands to the hips, find your spot on the floor, and just lift your right knee, flex your right foot. And straighten the right leg, hold that leg out, pressing forward through the heel. And bring the right foot down. Beautiful, all right. Move the weight into the right foot. And lift the left knee. Straighten the left leg. And you can roll the ankle, point and flex. And bring the left foot down. Beautiful, all right. Let's do head to knee, stepping back with the right foot. Interlock the fingers, interlace the fingers, draw the shoulders back, and then exhale and fold over the front leg. Drawing the left hip back, lifting the hands to the ceiling. Inhaling, getting long through the spine, coming up. Press the hands toward the floor. Lifting the gaze. Pressing the right hip toward the top of the mat. You may feel that psoas muscle in the groin on the right side. And inhaling up. Step the right foot forward. Shake out your hands. Step back with the left foot. Interlace the fingers. And exhale and fold over the right leg. Strong through the arms as the hands lift. Inhaling, getting long, coming up. And now the hands press toward the floor, gaze lifts, and drawing the left hip forward. Looking for sensation in the left groin. And inhaling up. Step the left foot forward. Beautiful. All right. Let's move down to the mat. Finish our practice. So from mountain pose, inhale up. Exhale, arms wide or forward and down into forward fold. Inhale, inhaling half lift. Exhale back to plank. Knees can be down. Exhale and lower. And cobra. A couple of breaths in cobra. Light pressure in the hands, pressing the tops of the toes into the mat. One more breath. And bringing the knees down, pressing up into table. Wag your tail, take a breath. And now bring the feet around to the front, into seated. A couple of breaths in our Navasana and in your boat pose. And remember, you can have one foot down, one foot lifted, and switch. You can have both feet lifted, knees bent. And you can support the legs behind the knees with the hands. And with the feet off the mat, you can just straighten one leg and then the other. Breathing. Good. And exhaling, come into your cobbler pose with the bottoms of the feet together, drawing those heels toward the body. And slide the feet away and into butterfly, diamond. Breathe. And inhaling, come up. And with the hands behind the knees, gently roll down onto your back. And let's bring the right knee into the chest and hug it in. Ah, good. And then take that knee a little bit over toward the right shoulder. And then take the right foot straight up to the ceiling. Pressing up through the heel, be strong through that leg. And bring the hands up to the leg, the back of that lifted leg, either just below the knee joint. That's a good place for it. And now, as you exhale, take that foot and leg toward the back of the mat, exhaling. Inhaling, release. Exhale that foot and leg toward the back of the mat. Inhale, release. Exhaling toward the back of the mat. and release. Bringing the hands back down to the mat, point the toes and circle that leg. Big circles, little circles, doesn't matter. And then go the other way. And flex that foot strong through the heel. Slowly lower the right leg down. Point the toes and lift it back up. Flex the foot and lower. Point and lift. And flex and lower. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Ah, good. Just release here. Palms to the ceiling, toes out, and let everything go. All right, bring the left knee into the chest. Hugging it in, and then take the knee over toward the left shoulder. Ah, good. Take the left foot straight up to the ceiling. Again, reaching up to the leg, just below the knee joint. As you exhale, draw the foot and the leg toward the back of the mat. Inhaling, release. Exhaling toward the back of the mat. Inhaling, release. And exhaling toward the back of the mat. Inhaling, release. And bringing the hands down. Point the toes, circle that leg. And go the other way. Flex the foot and slowly lower that leg down. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Ah, good. All right. Bring both knees into the chest. With one hand on each knee, gently open those knees wide till you find that sensation in the groin. And bring the knees together. Bring both feet straight up to the ceiling. Pressing the tailbone down into the mat as you press the heels up to the ceiling. Now open the feet wide and turn the toes out. Bring the hands in prayer between the wide legs. Head and shoulders lifted, gazing straight toward the top of the mat. And breathing. One more breath. And bring the hands to the outsides of the legs. Bring the feet straight back up to the ceiling. Let the head and shoulders release. Hands, palms down on the mat. Bend the knees, bring the knees down or the feet down, and come into reclining cobbler. Ah, yes. Good. Take the knees up toward the ceiling, feet all the way into the hips. We'll do some bridges. So the palms are down on the mat, your hands are down beside your side, down beside you, and press with the feet, inhaling, and let the hips lift up toward the ceiling. Exhaling, bring the hips down. Inhaling, the hips lift. Turn these into moving bridges. The next time you lift, bring the hands up and over behind you. And exhaling, bring the hands up and over and down beside you. Inhaling, moving bridge. And exhaling down. And one more. Inhaling. And exhaling. Yeah, all good. Take the arms wide, and let's bring the feet mat width. Unless that's not a good way for you to do this, you can have your feet together or hip width. But as you exhale, let the knees fall over to the right, turn your gaze to the left. Inhaling the knees to the ceiling and let the knees go left, turning the gaze right. Just soften. And the knees to the ceiling. Legs long. Bring the arms behind you. It's cross stretch. Let's stretch through the left leg and the right arm. So press out through the left heel, reaching back through the right fingers. And exhaling, release. And now the right leg and the left arm. Inhaling, stretch. And exhaling, release. And now everything, both heels, both arms reaching. And exhale to Savasana. Feel the shoulder blades on the mat. If you're lying on your back, and the back of the head on the mat, the arms, the hips, legs and heels. Noticing the breath. And little movement, coming back. And you can take a longer in your Savasana if you choose, for sure. And then coming up. So thank you and namaste. And we'll turn off the recording.